This is Record Royale, where we throw two albums into the ring with one another and see which one comes out on top. Hey! Hey!
Yo.
Hey!
Hello. How's everyone doing?
What's up?
Good. Yeah.
This is a big episode. We didn't mention this, but this is our first ever international guest, Eric. You're
Oh,
the
wow.
first one.
Crazy.
Not from
I'm honored. Thanks for
here
having
in
me.
Australia. Yeah, that's the voice of Eric from Heart Attack Man, all the way from Cleveland, Ohio. We've been talking sports for a bit too much now.
What the hell is up, y'all?
I really can't wait till we post these little clips on our Instagram this week. We just got massive drum kits because we're doing massive drum kit related bands. I actually don't know how big Korn's. Haven't really checked out Korn's kit. I can only imagine Slipknot a mega. Also, I can't remember if we mentioned this, but the tote bags, they're going to be coming soon.
Oh yeah, we got merch.
Yeah, we got merch. We should probably,
Yeah.
I don't know, promote that maybe.
At some point.
But yeah, we'll get around to it. It's going to be sick. Eric, thanks for joining the show. Is it a Monday night there?
Yes.
Monday night. Wow, crazy. Time differences, eh? How's everything been going over there? Have you guys been able to get back into playing shows in any capacity at all?
We haven't played any shows, but I've been seeing some shows. Well, plenty of shows have been getting announced, like shows and tours and whatnot. But and I've seen some shows happening, like smaller sort of outdoors shows. But we haven't played anything yet.
Yeah, because
We
last
just,
year when
we-
it was kind of like dying off here for us, well, not dying off, but easing, like low capacity, like seated shows became a thing. Is that what it's like over there?
I don't really know. I haven't seen much of that, I don't think, but
Yeah,
I mean
'cause-
there've been just like full on packed shows. Like
Oh,
there
really?
there have been some lately. Yeah, I mean for better or for worse, I don't know. but
Well,
I guess like around here in Cleveland there've been a couple shows at this skate park that I've seen happening. And I wasn't there was one that I wanted to go to but wasn't able to make it because I was out of town. But aside from that, I haven't really seen much going on.
yeah.
But maybe I'm just like a fucking poser and I'm like out of the loop. That's probably what it is.
That could be. Yeah, that could be. The
I just lost touch with the scene.
you washed up.
I sold out. Cleveland hates me now.
They can.
Your last full length release, was it the album Fake Blood in 2019? Have you guys
Yeah.
been writing much since then, or is there any
Yeah,
new stuff
yeah.
coming along?
Yeah, so we have a new EP coming out this fall. Really, a lot of that has been like we've had new material for a while, but it's just been like we recorded last summer, and we were kind of figuring out the ins and outs of the release itself, and like selecting what songs we were gonna have and everything, and just kind of overall figuring out what we were going for with this release. But so it's been kind of a process, really nailing down how we want to present it and how we want it all to come together. But we haven't, with not being able to play shows and everything, we also haven't felt like super up against the wall, like, oh, we need to release something right now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like we've been kind of taking our time with it and making sure that, we get everything how we want it to, with like the artwork and with all the promotional stuff leading up to it and everything, music videos, whatnot. Like we want to make sure we have it all, and that we're all happy with everything.
Yeah.
And, but with that being said, it's like with, we have a tour like that we've been confirmed for a while now, but it got rescheduled to, this upcoming November and December. It was supposed to happen last November, December, but got pushed back a year. But so we have that, and it's looking promising that it's going to be happening. So we figured, we have this new music we're sitting on, and we're like, I feel like it would be good to not wait till then to release something, but release something kind of in the fall, and like, give people new music. And I think it'll be a good time good timing, because it'll be enough time for people to kind of get familiar with the new stuff, and then but not like right before the tour, I guess. So it's like, we'll be able to put it out, people will be able to get familiar with it, and we'll just hit the ground running with that, playing that material and promoting that. But yes, I mean, really, we had a recording session for that last summer, and we didn't quite finish everything with it. So we did wait a little bit and kind of finalize some details with it, just with the songs between then, and then finished recording it last fall. So
sick.
But yeah, I mean,
that's kind of like the vibe we've gotten from a lot of like bands who've come on the show. Just like they have the time, so they're not going to like rush everything, which is
exactly
kind of a blessing in disguise a little bit.
The thing is, it's like I really initially kind of wanted to just like release something last year, but it was like, we'll just release something and do our best to promote it online and everything. If we can't play shows, we'll do a few live stream shows and whatnot. But like, the thing is, it's like, it sucks, because it's like there were so many good records that got released last year that just kind of went under the radar and did not get the love that they deserve, because they were only able to have half of a promotional cycle. You know what I mean? It's like you can only do so much without playing shows. And there's really no complete substitute for playing shows and playing live and like going on tour and getting out there and everything. So it's like, it sucks, but I mean, there've been some great records that, like, I don't know. I was like, I feel like this would be so much more different for some of these bands if they were able to have like a full record cycle with it.
Yeah.
And now they're like already writing new stuff. You know what I mean? It's like, so
imagine you wouldn't be able to do it like 30 years ago. You'd have to wait until you played shows.
Exactly. Like, no social media or anything. It's like, it's a very weird game that we're playing now. It's like, and it's so quickly changing. Like, I feel like it's so hard to keep up, and it's like it's like a full-time job, just being like, okay, what am I supposed to be doing?
These two records we're doing, Slipknot and Korn's post debut self-titled, are they like big influences on your songwriting, or more just two records that you just love jamming?
There are two records that I feel like were pretty foundational for me. Like, I grew up metal and new metal, and like just heavy music in general was like huge for me growing up, and it was like the first genre of music that like I really, really connected with, and was just like really passionate about. And like those two records, I think, are very just very distinct but interesting moments in heavy music. And so it's like, I wouldn't say that they're like, well, actually I'd say that Korn was a pretty big influence on our upcoming stuff, for sure. Like, there's definitely I don't know, like, I think there's more of a noticeable Korn influence on the new stuff, but not Slipknot as much, I guess. But like, two very big bands for me, regardless. And there wasn't like a conscious Slipknot influence, but there's definitely a Korn influence.
Yeah. I can, like, obviously not the not everything about it, but like the some of the riffs you guys use on Fake Blood, I can really hear it in these two.
Hell yeah. Thank you.
Just like fat, filthy, kind of like slow as well at points.
So the new stuff, it's like you just kind of take that all a step further, and I feel like it's a bit more pronounced now. So it's like our heavy moments are heavier and a lot more like leaning into that. And so it's like, it's basically the way that, so it's an EP that we got, and it's like, first two tracks are like our heaviest songs yet. Third song is like this sort of weird, sort of like hybrid. It's like heavy, but it's also like not heavy at the same time, where it kind of like links the last two songs on the EP, which are like, I feel like more sort of like classic Heart Attack Man, if you will. Like, it sounds like something we sounds similar to what we've done before, sort of. But like the third song kind of links everything together, where it's like two heavy songs, two like not as heavy songs, and then like a middle song that's like this weird, like fucked up sort of Beck sounding song that's like weirdly heavy.
Bad. It sounds like music to my ears. Yeah.
I cannot wait to release it. Like that's the thing is like since we've been working on new stuff, I'm like, every release we do, it's like I'm like like waiting to release music is the worst thing ever, because you just want to share it and you want it to be out. But it's like I have never been looking more forward to releasing new material than I have with like this new stuff. It's like
Awesome.
That's awesome.
I can't wait. So, but yeah, like I said, definitely more of a Korn influence. So I'm excited about that. Like
and a heavy Beck.
Yeah. Like the leads I was doing on this one, like I was like, okay, I want to go full Korn, and like I had a chorus pedal that I would normally use on leads and stuff, just like a little bit, but I was like, I'm gonna completely fry this, and I cranked every knob, and it just sounds like psychotic, and just like it sounds. The only way I could describe it just sounds like Korn.
That's so good.
That's it.
I'm so keen. That's gonna be awesome. All right, let's get into these albums then. I'm gonna run through the facts of these ones.
Cool.
I might butcher a couple of pronunciations, but let's see how we go. So Slipknot formed in '95 in, is it Des Moines? Is that how you pronounce it?
Des Moines.
Des Moines.
Des Moines. Sounds like a terrible name for a person. Des Moines.
Des Moines. Yeah, this was their debut self-titled, as we mentioned, released on 29th of June 1999 by Roadrunner Records. They've put out stuff from Code Orange, Fever 333, Turnstile, and Korn as well.
And
produced by
Suffocation.
Oh shit!
I'm repping today, but yeah.
I wouldn't be able to even tell what that band was named. It's got such a heavy metal logo.
That's what you want to see. That's
classic.
It's pronounced
good.
Yeah, you know they're heavy.
I think so.
It was produced by Ross Robinson. He also produced the Korn album, but this was 5 years after the Korn album. So he'd also worked with Limp Bizkit and Machine Head as well. 4 singles: Wait and Bleed, Spit It Out, Sick, and Eyeless. Peaked at 51 in the US, 32 in Australia, and 37 in the UK. So, as always does better in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Every single album we do.
Does better in
we
Australia love it. For some reason.
Makes a lot of sense. And Wait and Bleed was nominated for Best Metal Performance at the Grammys after this. Pretty cool. Didn't look up who won. Probably should have done that. Probably Metallica for like fucking...
Wait, what did you say the singles were on it?
Wait and Bleed, Spit It Out, Sick, and Eyeless.
Okay.
Yeah. Korn formed in Bakersfield, California in 93. This was also their debut self-titled, released on October 11th, 1994 by Immortal and Epic Records. I didn't know this, but this is like the album that everyone credits with establishing nu metal.
Yeah.
Is that?
It's like the one.
So kind of gives
the
it
Big Bang.
Yeah,
the
the
Big
legacy
Bang of nu
points. Yeah. It's produced by Ross Robinson, and I think this is like the album that kind of launched his career as well. So it's pretty big for everyone involved. 4 singles: Blind, Need To, Chutes and Ladders, and Clown. Peaked at 72 in the US, 46 in Australia, and 181 in the UK. Loudwire's best nu metal album of all time. If it was the first one, I guess it's got to be pretty high up there. And I don't know why.
That was the peak.
Yeah.
Just came right out the gate.
All downhill from there.
Yeah, nu metal just peaked right out the gate.
According to Loudwire. I don't know why I keep mentioning Rolling Stone magazine, because they're listed as nonsense and they're too large. Like best 4,444 album of all time. But no, it was their 30th best metal album of all time, and also named it the most important metal album since 94 in 2014 though. I don't think there'd be too many more important ones since 2014. So I think it probably still has that. That's all I got for the little details of these two.
The background info.
Yeah. Let's get into the elements. I said before, were Korn like super influenced by like bands like Pantera? Because like the slow like hard hitting riffs, or did Pantera come after? When was Walk by
No.
Pantera released? No, that would have to be in the 80s, surely.
That was Walk was like. Was that? Let me
look it up.
look. I think that was like 91 or 2.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 92.
92. Yeah, so pretty recent before that. Yeah, because
Yeah.
like just like the slow, hard hitting like guitar is pretty simple, but just
I don't know.
brutal.
I don't know if I wonder if Korn was influenced by Pantera at all. I mean, Pantera is one of those bands that just like absolutely changed the game. You know what I mean? Like redefined heaviness.
Mm.
So I feel like Vinnie Paul just like made the super clicky bass drums, just like made that a thing.
Yeah.
The Korn album, like I even like because it's 94, so there was a lot of massive records coming out in like 92, 93. And then this one came out as well and kind of like started a genre. But I also kind of heard like Rage Against the Machine in a lot of these songs.
Yeah.
There was like a lot of weird sounding guitar like lines, like on Ball Tongue. It's like in the verse, it legit sounds like a dying cat. Like it's like
That's scary.
Well, it's just like a lot of it, like emulating samples, kind of.
Yeah, like I love
Yeah.
the sounds that they achieved. I'm like, how the fuck do you write that?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you're like, well, I mean, the answer is drugs, obviously, but like,
I was gonna say
But
they
like-
talk about that
but-
a lot. That's probably.
but like, how did you like?
yeah, like you wonder if
it's-
they would actually be able to emulate it if they weren't like super cooked.
Yeah, it's I wonder.
They said
mean-
they were pretty much all meth addicts at the time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were.
That's
Yeah,
brilliant.
one of the
Those-
songs is
those-
about meth.
Those
about
first
speed.
those first two albums were, they were like all on
Yeah, right.
speed and meth and whatnot. So they were all very fucked up. I mean,
Honestly, when you look at
feel
the
like-
lyrics, it's
I feel like
not
you
too
gotta be
surprising.
you gotta be fucked up to be
Exactly.
in Korn
Korn.
and like make that music.
To be in Korn.
That's facts.
Ball Tongue is like, I read that's about their manager, and every time he would get really fucked up on speed, his tongue would just lie like that, and it looked like there was a ball on the tip of his tongue.
That's cool.
Really fucked.
That's a great visual.
It's not good if it's your manager.
Nah.
He's the one dying.
Let's write a song. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well,
Ball tongue.
continuing the drug talk, I read that this is thanks to Genius, sponsor on the pod. When are you sponsoring us, Genius? Like they said they tricked the producer Ross Robinson. They like tricked him into taking him on like a drug run, and then they ended up doing the vocals for Ball Tongue, like super high. And when I listened to that song, I was like, yeah, that
Yeah.
Yeah, you
checks
can
out.
tell.
I love hearing the lore of like recording experiences with
Yeah,
Ross
same.
Robinson, because it's like there's that, and then like the other the big like, well, I don't even think it's not even like a myth, it just happened, but like Ross Robinson, I guess when Slipknot recorded their self-titled, Ross Robinson like was starting beef between all the members and like pinning them against each other and like causing drama in the studio so that it would result in like an angrier performance, so that he like intentionally made the vibe like really
Hostile.
terrible.
Yeah, right.
Like he just pinned everyone against each other and made up stuff and was like, yeah, I heard like so and so was saying this about you, and it's like he was just stirring shit up so that he could get the angriest record possible.
That's so
I
funny.
mean, he
is
succeeded, so I mean, did the
So
ends
fucking
justify the
angry.
means? Yeah, it's
So
like I
funny.
think but yeah, I'm just like that is like that's like evil. Like that's like that is
Demonic.
crazy.
It is a pretty
But,
evil album though, so it fits.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is. It
in
is.
hell.
It's like it's yeah. But like hearing the lore, just like I would never want to record with Ross Robinson. I mean, Ross Robinson, if you're listening to this, no, we will not record with you. No, but I don't know. I was just like that. I feel like that would just be like so intimidating going into it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
Yeah.
know
So
about
much beef. Stop
Yeah,
beef.
Obviously, if it actually worked, then they would have been so clueless. They'd have been like, fucking
Yeah.
man. All 8 of them just
Yeah.
starting shit with each other.
Ross Robinson literally gaslighted Slipknot into making like a pissed off album.
I did
Gonna
read
work.
that he was like super influential in like the stylistic kind of, I don't know, change of the sound that they had, because apparently there was a lot more experimental sections on this Slipknot album. There's not too like many that made the album. There's like one 8-minute track. What's the 8-minute song called?
Isn't it the last track?
Scissors. No,
Or
Scissors.
the last of the original release?
Yeah. Is that on the OG? Yeah, because I did read on the original release, Purity wasn't on it. Did you read why?
Yeah. Yeah, because they had to get... they wrote it about a story online. And the person who wrote the story, like, had copyright infringement or something.
Yeah, didn't let them use
Sued
it.
them.
And then it got sorted, and then the 10-year anniversary made it on.
That's it.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
That's cool.
It was
interesting,
I
yeah.
found it really weird because it was the guy that wrote it. It was on like some weird, like fake, like I don't know if it was like a sexual website, but it was just like fan fiction kind of.
Ooh.
And then
okay.
this guy took on Slipknot. Like you'd think he'd be a pretty weird guy, and he would be like, "Yeah, this is sick."
Yeah. Please take my song.
Like
yeah.
no,
I'm surprised he wasn't into it.
yeah, no, you can't write a song about my erotic fan fiction. You
How does that guy go to
you guys
court
are
about
weird.
it?
You guys are weird. You all wear masks, and there's 9 of you.
Actually, I could probably work with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. What do you expect? Yeah.
Next blog
Exactly.
post.
Yeah,
That's so
after he prevented that song from making it on the album, he was just writing a bunch of erotic fan fiction of him just fucking everyone in Slipknot. He's like, yeah, that's right. I fucking owned you.
And he's more. Yeah.
Mask on. That's so funny. Both albums are like pretty similar lyrically, actually.
Yeah,
They're pretty
yeah,
brutal.
Some pretty
just-
funny lyrics.
Yeah.
Very very like uncomfortable. And when I feel like they're 2 albums where it's like when you're hearing them for the first time, when you're like 10 years old and you're not supposed to be listening to it, you're like they're absolutely albums that you're like, I should not be listening to this. You know what I mean? It's like they're very dark, and it's like there's this like sense that it's like this is forbidden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think there's still a little bit of a feeling like that. Like
Yeah.
you are
Taboo.
like, even
Yeah.
as an adult, even though I've listened to
Yeah.
tons of heavy music, you're like, I'm a little bit uncomfortable, but I like it.
It's very like, I think the huge thing about I think one of the most significant contributions of Korn that people like, I feel like Korn gets written off a lot because they're a weird fucking band. You know what I mean? It's like, and it makes sense. Like they're Korn, but like, but I think that they do get written off a lot, and they don't get credit where it's due, in that I feel like they really opened up heavy music to a level of vulnerability that like it had never experienced before. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. I feel like they were like the first, maybe not the first ever, I don't know, but like the first really big band that was like opening up about like childhood trauma and abuse and stuff. And it's like, I mean, I might be wrong, but I from that's just how it seems to me. That's like they were like, it was kind of unheard of for a band to be like, for like a heavy band to be doing that. And it's like, I feel like they kind of really opened up a whole new spectrum of emotion to be expressed in that medium. Yeah. And I feel like they don't get credit for that, and it, like, because they have dreadlocks and they play 7-string guitars and wear Adidas everything. You know what I mean? It's like I get it's like a lot of people view them as a novelty, but it's like I think they really maybe in time more people will come to appreciate their contributions, but it's like I do think they kind of unjustly get written off and did make a massive impact that gets overlooked. And it's like I think that really kind of set the tone for like a lot of 90s metalcore and metalcore and hardcore turn of the millennium and stuff. It's like I feel like it kind of changed the entire dynamic of like sort of like what you could talk about and how you could express yourself.
Absolutely.
It was like taboo, you know what I mean? They were like they're like talking about childhood trauma and stuff, and it's like I don't know. I personally couldn't name a band that was really doing that before, you know what I mean?
No,
But
definitely, because you look at all the bands that came after them were like huge. System of a Down, or Slipknot, Limp Bizkit for a short period, thank fuck.
Yeah.
But they were massive, and they were singing about
Huge,
pretty much the
huge
same
band.
things. So, yeah.
It's like in Korn's peak, they were like side by side with like Britney Spears, you know what I mean? It's like a huge
Great
band.
time.
Yeah.
Very weird time.
The song "Shoots and Ladders," where like that's the nursery rhyme song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was so odd.
I
So
love that
odd.
song. I
That,
felt sick.
yeah, same.
I think
It was
that's
a
my favorite
single.
track on the
Yeah,
album.
It's
It was
so
a
dark.
single. Like, can you imagine hearing that on the radio today?
Yeah.
Imagine if that was released today.
Yeah, I was thinking that. There was a few of them, like, looking on Genius, and it'd come up and it'd say that, and then it'd say clean edit, like, next to it. It was released as, like, how do you clean up any of this?
Yeah.
And make it
Right.
sound like people are, like, just sitting in the radio are going to appreciate it.
Yeah.
It would just freak
It's
out most
like
people.
I feel like the first experience that I ever really had with like hearing a new metal song where like it like kind of fucked me up. But like hearing a song where I was like, okay, there's like the radio edit, which I didn't realize was like, I didn't realize there was any version other than the radio edit. But
Yeah.
Down with a Sickness by Disturbed, like I loved that song because I mean that song goes hard, but it also when you're a little kid hearing that for the first time, you're like, this is like the coolest thing I've ever heard in my life. And then so I was like, okay, I need to go to the store and get the CD of this because
Yeah.
it didn't because I'm old now and there wasn't iTunes, but so I go and get the CD and I got the unedited version and I didn't know there was a difference. And so then I play that song and there's like the whole child abuse skit that they did. And I
Yeah.
was like, and I heard that I was like, wait, what's this? And I was like, this is like the scariest thing I've heard in my life. And it like really freaked me out. And I like could not listen to Disturbed for years because like I was traumatized by it. I was like, that was
Yeah.
like the scariest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
And then but it's like that was their first record. Not to segue too far away from this and include Korn in this or include Disturbed into this conversation, but like that was their first record and it was their second single. They were like, oh yeah, let's our second single, it's our biggest song ever. Yeah, let's just put this random fucking child abuse skit in there. What the fuck were they thinking? Yeah, I don't know, but like obviously they made the radio edit for that everyone's heard, but I was just like, what a fucking move.
Yeah.
It's like in the studio, he's like, hold on guys, hold on, I gotta lay down this part, like do like this weird jammy part for a bit and I'm just gonna like do something really fucking uncomfortable.
I mean,
Hope you guys are into it.
Yeah.
They're like,
So
dude, that was dope, dude.
I mean, to be fair, then their name is Disturbed.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, I mean it's
Disturbing.
like
Could have
Yeah,
looked into it a bit.
Have you guys seen Disturbed playing? I think it's like Rock in Rio, but it's like 2014 or something. It is
No,
the
what
funniest
happened?
shit
They
ever.
Oh, yeah?
washed up.
Because they're so washed up.
Yeah.
They're all
Oh, man.
big dudes, and they just look. They're all sweating. It's obviously the last track of the set, and they all look like they're about to collapse.
All right,
Really
one more,
good.
guys.
Gotcha.
I might post it in the group.
Yeah.
Oh, the group. Oh, that group. It's died to death.
It's done. Yeah.
Should we get into the segments?
This will bring it back. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Alrighty, let's start it off with Get Inks.
Get inked.
Alright, we're going to make some tattoo designs. Now, Eric, do you have one for us?
Do I what?
Did you see any of the segments that we sent through? You might not have saw it. It's okay if you didn't.
No, I didn't. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You
You
might
get
be-
to listen
you'll
to
You
our
can play.
shit
You can
ones
play
anyway.
along.
You'll probably be able to just wing this, I reckon. But we'll start. So we're gonna make tattoo designs. They're usually 99% of the time really like shit.
Terrible.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
From like
thank
the lyrics or from the album. So, mine are really bad. I probably shouldn't go first, but I'll just go first. So Korn, just the song name Ball Tongue. I just thought, finally you said that story about the manager actually, Adam. Because I was just thinking like an outstretched, like really cooked tongue, and then like a football with like going through a set of posts.
So shit.
Yeah, I shouldn't have gone first. Fuck.
Yeah, that's dope.
No,
that's
it's
like
not
so
dope.
bad it's good. No,
Yeah.
no.
Well,
no,
Yeah,
what
I'm
about
gonna,
this
get,
one?
I'm gonna get that on my throat.
Maybe you could just get it on your tongue. Maybe.
True.
Just some footy pads.
Tongue
Footy
tattoo. Just a
post.
footy post on your tongue.
3D tattoo. Well, this one's even worse for Slipknot. The song name Wait and Bleed.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Yeah, just like a nice Rolex watch. So you can it's either a blood,
Tattooed on your wrist.
yeah, tattooed on your wrist, and it's either just like a blood red color or blood is coming out of the back of the watch. Oh, yeah, I didn't do well this week.
We had a week. We had a week to think about these. We got an international guest coming on.
Will
You
not
bring this. You bring this. Hey, you bring in this.
Oh,
Alright,
no.
well, Brad, you go there.
Okay, now mine are even worse. Okay, check this out. Okay, from Shoots and Ladders from the Korn album. Lyric is 5, 6, pick up 6, 7, 8, lame straight. London Bridge is falling down. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady. So I'm thinking, just like the London Bridge made out of pick up sticks.
Made out of sticks.
Pick up
Made out of sticks. You know that game, pick up sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like
Do
London
know the
Bridge
game.
made out of that. Not
Unfortunately.
great, is it?
These are being terrible.
Okay, no, this one. Okay, I'll back it up. I got this.
Oh, we're not
This
setting
one's-
a good standard here.
Oh.
This one's for all the gamers out there. So from Sick, the quote is "Fuck this shit. I'm over it. You're going down. This is war." Sounded like something. What's the dude from the COD Black Ops? Frank Woods, Sergeant Woods. Sounds like something he would say. So if you know Call of Duty, it's like just a big shoulder tat of Frank Woods with his camo headband, smoking a cigar, maybe with that quote underneath.
Nice.
Fuck
Nice,
this
man.
shit. Yeah.
Gamer.
Yeah, that's for the gamers out there.
All right, Adam.
Mine are also pretty crap, so prepare thyselves. For Korn, I've got from Clown, hit me clown because I'm not from your town now. Hit me clown, you ain't shit, turn around and get your face split. I was thinking just maybe like It, the clown from It. He's got some big oversized boxing gloves and his face is like in half and kind of
Yeah, that's
going,
cool.
Whoa.
bending over to two sides.
That's
I
a
thought
That'd
you
be
were
pretty
gonna- I thought you were
scary.
gonna say- I thought you were going to say it with like big headies on listening to porn.
That'd also be pretty
That'd
good.
also be sick.
And then my one for Slipknot. This isn't actually anything to do with the album, but you know the Brady Bunch theme song?
Yeah.
And you know when they're all in like the squares and they're like looking
Yeah.
down
Yeah.
and up at each other?
Yeah.
Just thinking that and just like all the members from Slipknot.
That's heaps good.
That's heaps good.
That'd be sick.
yeah,
Thank God
thanks
we
guys.
ended with one that's actually decent.
Thank you, Adam.
Eric, you
No
didn't
worries.
think of one off the top of your head? I mean, they couldn't be too hard to beat what we just dished up there.
Well, you guys all stole my ideas.
Thought of those exact ones.
Yeah, I like when you told me this idea, I was like, just immediately running to all those ideas. I was like, yeah, ball tongue idea.
Footy pose.
I'm bad with being put on the spot.
Yeah, don't worry about
That's
it.
So
fine.
I don't
I think like a sick Slipknot Eeyore inspired tattoo would be cool.
Oh, yeah.
Just like
Yeah.
like Eeyore
Eeyore
from
with the slip-
Like, yeah.
yeah
With a mask on.
Eeyore, but wearing like wearing the clown mask or something. Like, I don't know.
I back it.
That'd be so good.
or Eeyore in a Slipknot jumpsuit.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Yeah,
On
that'd
stage.
that'd be pretty hard.
That,
So
your tattoo on the spot was
Way better than all of
infinitely
ours.
better. Yeah.
I would get that.
Yeah.
All right, let's do the ad. All right, we're just saying our favorite 2 songs. So, Eric, if you had to pick one song from each album, which song would you be picking?
Okay, so I've thought about this. Because I was originally thinking of with this episode. I was thinking I had originally suggested maybe Slipknot, self-titled, and Iowa, like talking about
Yep.
those two. But so I was like, I was kind of revisiting and just like really just deciding once and for all which album I like better, because I'm always back and forth on them. But I like self-titled better than Iowa. But then I was thinking, I'm like, okay, what's like my favorite song off of Slipknot self-titled? And I'm gonna have to go with Surfacing. I think it's one of the best Slipknot songs ever. And I think it's very underrated. And I don't know, it's just so unbelievably pissed. It's like
That chorus is
that
so
chorus
fat.
is like one of the most pissed off choruses ever. I think
Yeah.
like
Agreed.
it is
Yeah.
next level. So I would
That-
I would have to go with that. I think that song is just like it's classic Slipknot. You get like the stomp beat and the all the additional percussion and stuff, but it's like there's just so much going on and it's just such a cool song and the way it's arranged. It's like
Yeah, the way it's arranged for sure. That like motif, that
Yeah.
whatever you want to call that.
yeah,
It's so sick.
it's just a really cool song. It's one of my favorite Slipknot songs ever. And for off the Korn self-titled, I'm gonna have to go with Ball Tongue.
Yeah.
Gotta do it.
That's it for me. I don't know. Like
That's
that song.
have to say much more.
That song just goes. But yeah, I don't know. But blind is close. But
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Ball Tongue is just like again, sort of that like really uncomfortable rage that like very like very pissed off, but like also just like really really eerie and uncomfortable. That like I think it's just like a song that really exemplifies Korn, especially early Korn. You know what I mean? It's like it's just super groovy, but also like really awkward.
Yeah.
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 My for Slipknot, because I actually hadn't heard a few of these songs of the album, but songs like Sick, Wait and Bleed, Spit It Out, probably like 3 of my most played songs ever.
Yeah,
So I didn't go with one of them. So I went with Eyeless. I reckon that song is
Eyeless is so good.
Damn, I was gonna go
so
Eyeless.
brutal
Yeah.
as well. That
The intro's sick.
yeah,
Mm.
it's
it's
like
so
The
good.
almond break,
Peaceful.
whatever.
Yeah. And the chorus line, like, you can't see California without Marlon Brando's eyes. I was like, that's so weird and cool. And apparently, Corey Taylor heard it from a homeless guy on the street. And that's
Wow.
became the chorus line. I was like, cool.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And I had Divine for Korn. Because that
Okay.
intro riff was like kind of groovy. It was like, not groovy, like heavy and a bit faster than all the other shit on the album. So it was like, kind of went with that one because it's a bit more energetic. But all of it, I think like the best part of the Korn album is the slow, fat, disgusting.
Yeah.
Brad, what'd you have?
I'm gonna go. I was gonna go Eyeless, so I'll have to go Wait and Bleed. It's fucking classic.
Yeah.
I love the. I never thought that because I'm not the biggest Slipknot fan. I'm more steered towards like Tool and Soad back in the day.
Yeah.
But I thought like the percussionists were more of like a novelty, but they're in here. You can hear them in the mix.
Yeah.
Like I didn't realize
Yeah.
that they're actually part of the mix. It's so sick, and it just gives that like another element to.
That's one thing I've always
differentiate
the
themselves.
thing that I've always loved about that is that like the additional percussion. It's like it seems kind of cheesy and like gimmicky at first, but then it's like when you actually hear it, you're like, oh wait, this is sick. This is like
Yeah.
when they're all like running on all cylinders and you get all of them going. It's like
Yeah.
oh shit, okay, you have that. It's like a drum line, and it's like
Yeah, absolutely.
it's cool,
It's hard to pay attention to one thing when they are going like fully hard. It's
right?
like overwhelming, but in a good way.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Shoots and Ladders. The bagpipes.
Yeah.
So cooked. Love it. And kind of reminded me of kind of like some Tool as well.
Yeah.
Which is sick. I fucking love Tool. So Matt. Adam?
Might have been taken, but I'll go with for Slipknot. Has anyone said Spit It Out? No one said Spit It Out.
Spit It Out is so
That is-
good.
It is a classic, and
It's so fucking groovy.
yeah, goes so hard, and also
So heavy.
at all their live shows when they do the. I was telling Brad about it before when they all get down and then
have you
go
been to
crazy.
those-
Yeah,
have you
yeah,
seen
yeah,
them
yeah.
live, Eric?
Yeah, I've
I
seen that
haven't-
video heaps of times. So
I have not. I have not seen them yet. Like as big a fan as I am. I'm a fake fan, so I haven't seen them yet. I haven't seen Korn either. I am a new metal poser.
I reckon Slipknot are number one on bands
me
that I
too.
want to see live. Closely followed by
Yeah.
System of a Down.
Oh my god, yeah.
What was your Korn one?
I was going to say Shoots and Ladders too, but I'll go with Blind just because it's a crazy
Yeah.
opener, and I think it sets up. It's got
That
all
intro
the
is just that intro is
weird
iconic.
elements. that are combined and structurally really strange as well, which I like. Which is pretty much that whole album.
That intro of Blind was actually like a huge, like we kind of
the chorus, like guitar.
We like didn't directly rip it off for a new Hardtack Band song, but like when we were writing the first song of the upcoming EP, it's called Puke. It was like we were like, we got to do something like how it just does the ride cymbal thing at the beginning, that intro. It's like we're like, we got to do something that's like an intro that like pays homage to that, but you know, it's not like ripping it off, but it's like that opening track. I was like, I wanted to mix like that and then also like Sabotage by Beastie Boys, you know, and just like have like this epic sort of like build up. Well, it's like that. Okay, so I'd say like my big influences for that song, just I want to make like an epic intro song. It was like Blind, Sabotage, and then Cowboys from Hell by Pantera. So it's like just kind of all smashed into one, and then I don't know.
See what we got. Yeah,
it's really fried, but I love it. I'm so excited. Yeah.
All right.
But that intro to Blind is fucking iconic.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna do our kind of still new segment that we're still figuring out. Band name generator. So what we're going to be doing, Eric, you can rate our bands and let us know if you see them live. Taking like a song name from either album, we're making up a band. Okay, so I'll go first. Mine's pretty sus this week. I'm just going to say that before. So, okay, so the first song off the Slipknot album, the 36-second opener, 742617000027.
That's what I chose as well.
I think we may have all chose that.
Oh no!
You're kidding.
It's going to be the exact same genre.
So having that as the band name?
So that's the band name. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We all done that.
You're kidding.
What's up, everyone? We're 742617.
Exactly.
000027. Get this shit off.
So I bet you they're going to be the exact same genre, but mine's a bit different. So mine are a math.
How do you know?
Mine are a math and sex rock band. They're from Paris. They play an exotic, sensual style of math rock. They're inspired.
It's really
by
horny math rock.
Yeah. Horny math rock. They're inspired by
Horny John.
Horny John.
They're inspired by Justin Timberlake and Calculus. 742, as their fans call them, the most creative band in all of Europe. They take legitimate maths equations and make them sexy in the form of rock.
Right.
Their hit singles, 2 + 2 = Me and You, Baby, and Do You Know How to Write Boobs on the Calculator, went to 3 and 6 respectively on the French charts, and they're about to release their anticipated debut record. Listen to your maths teacher. He knows what sex is. Trust us.
Decent.
Yeah, that's 742, etc., etc., etc.
Okay.
Brad, can I hear your 742?
Okay, so my band name is called, you guessed it, 742617000027. Okay, I got a little story. So the year is 2080, right?
Oh no!
Me and Adam might have the exact same.
Not 2080.
Not 2080. Okay. Let's hear me out, Adam. We might have the exact same thing.
I think we've got the exact same band.
Okay, so music and electronics have never been more linked, and they are a hit robot 7-piece band who are programmed to procedurally generate music and have their overlords pick like the best parts. So they're they play 24/7 on a live stream, and they don't only swap out when the instruments break or if they have to like have maintenance on them because they need greasing up because they just play forever and ever. They have hits such as 1000110101010101 and 100011010102, and they have over 6,000 albums, and they have an album for every single genre and created over 40 new genres as well.
Whoa!
So there you go.
Mine's pretty much exactly the same as that, but not as deep. Mine, I just said the year is 2050. AI has taken over the world, and cyborgs now inhabit the earth and are growing tired of the entertainment provided by the humans, who are also now all enslaved by the robots. That they emerged as the first AI band, and they're an industrial metal band that writes songs scanning through the many lyrics found on the Genius website.
Okay.
So that's how they generate them, and they just all play MIDI keyboards, and that's it.
Yeah.
Pretty much the same. Very
similar. Yeah.
Damn.
I like it.
What are the odds?
I guess
of that, eh?
ours cancels out then. I guess Saint Hughes probably got the double on that
This is
one.
the only real one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd probably go watch 742 live.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that sounds
Definitely.
cool.
Sexy math.
All three forms. Sexy math. Great segment. All right, let's do 2 truths and a lie. All right. Who's up this week? Brad?
Me.
Brad.
Yeah.
All right. So Brad's going to say 3 statements about Korn or Slipknot. 2 of them are going to be true. One's going to be a lie. Eric, we got to pick which one's the little fib.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rightio. Are we ready?
Yep.
So, here we go. Number 1. The title 742677770027 are the coordinates of Slipknot Studio where they self-produced and self-distributed their first demo, Mate, Feed, Kill, Repeat. Number 2. The picture on the cover of Slipknot's debut album was taken in Sean Crahan's, aka Clown's, parents' garage. Number 3. Corey Taylor used to work in a pawn shop before joining Slipknot.
Which one's the lie?
Which one's a
Yeah,
lie?
gotta figure out the lie.
Yeah.
The first one, because I know the other 2 are true.
Oh,
Yeah.
Brad's been done.
Yeah, Brad, I knew that first one was a lie as well.
Sucker.
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell?
I love that the cover was taken in their parents' garage.
Yeah. Fuck,
Yeah.
I
Like
didn't
that-
know you guys knew
'cause
that.
I remember the first time I saw that album cover, I was like, this is fucking scary. Like, this
Yeah.
is, I was like, this is so, and like learning that year, like I found that out like last year, I think. And,
Yeah.
and I was like, that's fucking cute. I was like, that is
Kind of humanizes
so-
them a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that's wholesome. Like,
Yeah.
that's, I don't know. I was
Yeah.
like, that album cover that I was scared of all these years, like, it's just so
It's in the
intimidating
garage.
because, it's like just them.
Red
And
Do you
like,
reckon the
the
parents were there?
shot.
They
Yeah.
took the shot.
They took the shot as well. That's so much better.
Mom,
I had
can you
no
take a
idea
picture
that
of us?
these facts were common knowledge. I'm so sorry.
Didn't dig deep enough, mate.
No,
The
I
only reason I
didn't.
knew
really
the first
didn't.
one was the lie is because I read it, that it's actually the barcode for that
Yeah,
first release.
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say that earlier, so good thing I didn't.
There you
do all of
go.
them.
Damn it. Okay, I need to do some deeper research on these ones.
Yeah.
Because I feel like this has happened before as well.
Oh,
Well,
well.
Hey,
GG.
short segment's a good segment. All right, let's rate these albums. We've got to rate them out of 10, but we don't rate them out of 10. We've got to rate them out of 10 something. Has anyone got anything for us? Should we do out of 10?
10 ball tongues.
10 ball tongues
10
for
ball
Korn,
tongues.
Yeah.
and 10...
On a scale of ball to tongue, how?
10...
10 742s.
That'll do. All right,
Yeah. 10,
Eric, we got to give me out of 10
For
each album.
Korn?
We'll do Korn first. We'll go around and then we'll go
So
around.
out
to
of
Slipknot.
out of 10 ball tongues, how
Yeah.
how does that
Yeah.
one hold? Okay.
And we
I'm
don't
gonna
do
say-
decimal points.
I'm going to say yeah. I fuck decimal points.
Yeah. Make up your mind.
I like for real. It's like I think this is a 6.235 repeating. It's like go fuck yourself.
I think this is a 7.42617027.
Shit. The self-titled Korn out of 10 ball tongues, I'm gonna go with I don't know, I'll just go with a 9. 9 ball tongues for me.
Yeah.
Decent as.
I think it's a pretty untouchable album.
You can go 10 if you want. We give out 10s
I-
kind of regularly.
Yeah, we're
I-
probably too regularly.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go with 9. I'm gonna say
Alright.
it's I don't know, like I'm gonna say 9 because I don't think I wouldn't classify it as a perfect album,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
almost.
I don't know, it's really fucking good. So I'm
Yeah.
just gonna say 9. 9 ball tongues for me.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice.
Adam, you want to go?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Korn. I think I'm going to go a 7 for this one. I've only listened to this for the first time this last week. And it's kind of hard to... I love it on first listen, but it's hard to like cement everything into your brain because there's so much going on. But yeah, I love how chaotic it is and how nothing really sounds like it. Definitely from that time. And it doesn't sound like there's any filter on it either. It's kind of...
Yeah.
Which at some points
it's a really raw album.
Yeah, it can make you feel pretty uneasy.
It's like I love how raw it is for like it was a big album and it's like very rough around the edges. You know, it's like very authentic. I think because
bass tone's crazy.
Bass
tone's laughable.
Very.
Let's drag these weirdos out of Bakersfield, California, and put them in a studio. It's like I'm glad that it's like kind of fucked up sounding.
Yeah.
And the drums, like their drummer is like a god tier drummer, but like the drums are pretty rough, like recorded, but it's really cool. You know what I mean? I'm like it sounds like super authentic.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I'll say 7 for now, but I think it'll grow on me more.
Yeah.
As I listen.
For sure.
More.
Brad?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna bump it up in the middle there. I'm gonna go on 8. I didn't realize how significant this album was before having a quick look into it. And I think the rawness of it and how cooked it is and how popular it was speaks to how good it is. Yeah. So I'm gonna go on 8.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna go 7. I love the filthiness of it, and I think being at like the first kind of mark of new metal gives it those legacy points. But kind of what Adam said. I think it takes a while to get into it. It's not a 1 week album. Like
absolutely not. It's
probably I dare say the opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like very not palpable.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go 7 ball tongues. All right, let's do Slipknot out of 10. What was it? 742s.
Yeah, 742s.
That's nice and confusing. All right, Eric, Slipknot.
Okay, so bear with me on this, Slipknot fans. So I just gave Korn self-titled a 9, and I'm giving Korn self-titled a 9 out of the context of being out of the context of Korn albums. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm going by that metric because I think that I personally love Life is Peachy. I'm kind of in a similar boat where like I fluctuate between I don't know. Like I love the first 2 albums. But I think Follow the Leader is like it's tough to say. Like I love Follow the Leader. I don't think that like let me like with Korn, I'm just looking at the order of their albums and everything. It's like the first 5 albums are all like I mean even up to like Take a Look in the Mirror and See You on the Other Side are both really good too, but I think like the first 5 for me are like all really solid. And like I'm sold, you know, it's like really good. And I think that, but I so out of the context of those albums though, I think that the self-titled is like at the top essentially. But I'd say it's like over that and Follow the Leader are my favorites, I'd say. But so out of the context of Korn albums, I would say their self-title is a 9 out of 10 ball tongues. But for Slipknot, I love the self-titled album. It's I feel like it's a pretty common debate amongst like at least a lot of Slipknot fans that I know. They're like, oh, self-titled or Iowa, and it's always between those two. And I like self-titled better than Iowa, but I have recently come to the kind of surprising conclusion that I like Volume 3 better than self-titled.
Whoa.
Right.
So I feel like that, you know, and I feel like it's mildly controversial, but I think that Volume 3 is a 9 out of 10 742s. So since I like Volume 3 more than self-titled, I'm going to give self-titled an 8.
There you go.
Since I can't go by decimals, I'm gonna go with an 8. I'm gonna go with an 8, and you know what? If you don't like it, just
pull the cops.
That's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8. Out of the context of Slipknot albums, I guess, because I think the first 3 are like fucking god tier to me. Like I think they're great, but after that, it like the full length studio albums after that like don't do it for me as much. It's like I still think every album has like its moments for sure. Like I don't think they've released like a bad album necessarily, but like those first 3 for me, I'm like these are like essentials. I feel for metal in general, but especially new metal.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
That was most thought out.
That was so much more thought out than what we usually say. We usually just like,
it's
good to hear someone actually thinking about it.
Yeah. I'm a punisher, you know. If you get me talking about new metal, and I will, I won't shut up.
No, that's good. That's what we want on the pod. That's exactly what we want.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm probably going to go. I think I'm going to go a 9 on this one. Actually, I like this better. I've listened to Iowa a fair bit. I've only briefly listened to this one before, but this time was like the first time, you know, really digging into it.
Critically listening,
yeah, critically listening, and it's pure aggression and chaos.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing. I've never heard anything that is more purely angry.
The thing that I love so much about this album is how unmatched the energy is. Like right out the gate, it's like this is their first album. You have the Mate, Feed, Kill, Repeat that they have relegated to being just like a demo. They're like, oh yeah, no, that wasn't an album, even though it was. Thing. But like, so their first album with Corey Taylor, and their first like, you know, label album, I guess, a studio album. But so, I love how absolutely balls to the wall, aggressive, and like the energy is unmatched right out the gate. So it's like. That's the thing about this album is like I think that the energy, what this album has going for it is the energy. I think Iowa is a really good follow up, and it's not like I don't think it's kind of different. Like I think Iowa goes for more of an atmosphere rather than all of the unbridled energy. And then I think Volume 3 like perfected it all and introduced like a dynamic where it's like, oh, we have like acoustic songs now, and like the songs are just masterfully written. So it's like, I don't know. I think those first 3 albums, it's like they all go for different things, but are all still very Slipknot. But yeah, I think to go off of what you said about the energy, it's like absolutely unhinged, like unmatched energy for like a you know debut album. It's like it's insanity.
I just love how much it changes around as well. Like. Shifts from different sections, but it still keeps up the same amount of aggression. And like Corey Taylor's vocals on it are just like insane. How much he's like, I mean, he's pretty well known for his versatility, obviously, because he plays in Stone Sour as well. But it's just ridiculous. It blows my mind, this album. So I'm going to give it a 9.
It's also wild to me how Stone Sour was a band like before Slipknot, and then and then he joined Slipknot, put Stone Sour on hold forever, and then then he brought it back, and that was like, you know, mid 2000s, and I always thought that was super interesting that it was oh yeah, that was like his band before Slipknot, and he brought it back.
No, it's crazy. 9 from me.
Bradley,
an insane vocalist.
Absolutely. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I might go 9 as well. Because my brother got me into Slipknot, and he was much more of a Volume 3 and Iowa guy. I remember going to Muso's Corner. One of my first musical memories, going to Muso's Corner. My brother playing all the Jackson guitars and the BC Riches. Yes. He was like gonna G up to buy one day. Never did. Got some Greg Bennett instead or something. Can't remember. Some chat one. I remember going up to drum shops and seeing like the Joey Jordison like pacey cymbals.
Is he frozen to anyone?
Oh, yeah, he's frozen.
Yeah, my internet's really bad. I'm just gonna keep talking.
Oh, no.
All right.
Oh no.
Brad's gone.
Oh no. Kind of freezing before as well. Actually.
R.I.P. Brad.
R.I.P.
Yo. Yo, yo, yo. Hey, I'm just gonna keep talking. So yeah, I'm gonna go
the AI
9.
band has got to him.
I've got it. It's all here. I
just
said the
don't
best
get
shit
no
ever.
answer.
Trust me,
That's
guys.
all right.
You'll never know.
We'll figure it out later.
We missed you.
I gave it a 9.
Yeah, we heard that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll just go. This will be interesting to hear when you edit it together. Yeah, I'm going to go an 8 as well. It's so insane. Like, I love how insane it is. Like, there's no rest in any of the track listing at all.
It's just all gas.
Yeah. Like, some songs, as I said before, some songs here, like, some of my most played songs ever, regardless of genre. But there's actually, like, a couple, I think the no rest part, I do like a bit of variation, and that's why I really like Volume 3, and, like, because there's so much different shit on that album.
Yeah.
So that some of, like, the deeper cuts that I hadn't heard before, I can't really remember the melodies between songs. I don't know which melody comes from each song. So yeah, I'm gonna go 8, 7, 4, 2s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Cool.
due to Bradley and Adam's 9s, we have a winner. Slipknot wins 34 out of 40 beats.
Hell yeah.
Korn 31 out of 40.
Both pretty
close.
Pretty high up scores. It's good.
Yeah.
And
it's always really interesting. I mean, it's interesting to me too how there's like a gap of like 5 years between these albums.
Yeah.
'Cause it's like I feel like the two bands they're two very different bands musically because it's like they're different styles of aggression.
Yeah.
But like they make enough sense together to where it's like, you know, they could go on tour and it would be
absolutely.
it'd be amazing. It would
probably
fit,
have.
it'd fit perfectly. But like you can same. But it's like you can listen, like if you put on a Korn song and a Slipknot song, there's like there's no mistaking who's who, you know what I mean? It's like they're
very
noticeably different enough.
Mm.
But like the thing that was always interesting to me is how there was a gap of 5 years between them where it's like, and they get grouped together a lot, and I'm like, I feel like, I mean, 5 years in music is a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's like so much can happen in 1 year, and then 5 years. It's like that's like there are entire bands that aren't even bands for 5 years. So it's like I think it's really interesting how it's like you get these two iconic bands that were like very of that era in a way, but like also when you talk about nu metal, it's like a lot of people would gravitate to, it'd be like, oh yeah, Korn or Slipknot, you know, it's like, you know, they're like two staples of the genre, but it's like their debuts were like a musical, almost like a musical generation apart in a way, even though they're still in the same
thing,
same movement and same like generation in a way. It's like interesting to me how they're like 5 years apart.
It's a pretty long lasting genre, honestly.
Yeah, definitely. And
so something that a lot of people like in the later 2000s, like the 2010s, a lot of people shat on nu metal, even though I think it's kind of making a bit of a resurgence. Definitely.
There was that. Like I don't know if it was that noticeable all around the world, but holy shit! In like 2016, every fucking metalcore band here and every metalcore band was trying to go like they were trying to be like Breaking Benjamin. You know what I mean? Like they were like or Linkin Park, and they're like, okay, let's make super like dated sounding radio hits. And I like it. I mean, there were songs from like, you know, 2016 sort of metalcore resurgence that like I liked, but it never, I don't think it ever could have.
Doesn't have the same thing.
No, it's like you can't, the lightning wasn't going to strike twice in the same place, and it wasn't going to, but yeah, I thought like, I think the influence of nu metal is like always going to be a thing. It's like, there are always going to be bands that are like carrying that sound and like implementing that influence and demonstrating like those that sort of flavor, I guess, like bringing that in. It's like that's always going to be there, you know. So it's like very, very interesting genre. I mean, and that doesn't, we haven't even touched on just like nu metal in general, and just like the rap influence, and just like how wild just everything all
That
kind of coming
combination.
together. Where it's like, yeah, it was like everything all coming together, like rap, metal, and then just how much of a sensation that was just with like pop culture at large. You know, it's just like, I don't know, I love it because I mean I love metal and rap, and I'm like here for everything, like all of that and everything in between. I'm like I'm fucking here for it. So
Nice.
Man.
and then you get rap metal, which is like sort of different.
Another rabbit hole.
Yeah.
That's another episode.
Yeah. Save that for next time. We're going to wrap this one up. Eric, thank you so much, dude,
of course,
for coming on the show.
Yeah.
Thank you for providing me with an outlet to absolutely fucking geek out about new metal.
Exactly.
That's what we love.
Beefy insight.
This is
I've
like
learned a lot.
Christmas. It's like Christmas and my birthday for me all in one day. So
Aw.
this
Wow.
was
beautiful.
great. I really appreciate it.
We've all been big fans of yours for a while, so it's good to hear where it's all come from.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
New metal themed birthday party, perhaps. Next
That'd be
year.
sick.
Yeah. Do it.
Break out the Jenkos.
Yeah.
the dickies
Everyone's
out,
got to
yeah.
grow some dreadlocks before you come.
That would actually sort.
Nah.
Next week on the show. Oh, once again, we haven't actually sorted that. Alrighty, next week on the show, it's just going to be your boys, Brad, Adam, and myself. First solo episode of season 4. Pretty exciting. We're going to do Thundercat, the Golden Age of Apocalypse, versus Hiatus Coyote, Choose Your Weapon. Bradley's chosen these albums. It's his little birthday. So it's going to be great. We're keen. See you next week. Eric, so you mentioned the tour before that you got coming up at the end of the year. Who's that with?
Oh yeah, so we're touring with Neck Deep at the end of
shit.
this year.
Holy shit.
Like it's their first. I think they're doing a UK tour before it, but like it's their first US tour, you know, in quite some time.
Yeah.
And it's their first one since they released their album last year. But like, I'm really fucking hyped for that because that'll be like the biggest tour that we've done ever.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's also funny because like I fucking love Neck Deep. Like I've really grown to love that band, but it's funny because I used to hate that band. Like when I first heard them, I was like, this is so bad. Like I am not down with this at all. And then it just like song by song, that band just like really grew on me. I was like, wait, hold on. I really fuck with this. So it's like kind of funny for me because I'm like, I used to be such a hater and now we're going on tour with them. And like, I mean, I don't keep it a secret at all. I'm like, yeah, I used to relentlessly dog on that band. And like now I love them. And it's like, they've been my number one most listened to artist on Spotify for like the past 3 years. So I'm like full fucking circle with it, you know.
That's
So
a big turnaround.
Mad.
very big transformation. So and now I'm like legitimately so excited to be touring with them. So
Fuck yeah.
How many dates are on that tour?
I forget
Is it a
exactly how
monster
many
one?
dates, but it's like 6 weeks. I think it's like a little over a
sweet.
month. So it'll be a good one.
Yeah, that'd be
I,
sick.
Our tours over here are very, very short.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Shows.
Yeah.
And you've got to travel so far.
I'm stoked too because it's actually going to be my first tour where I'm just doing vocals.
Oh, really?
Oh, sick.
Sick.
Yeah, so we're gonna try that out. We got our buddy of ours. It's gonna be a touring guitarist of ours, and I think I don't know. I think with this new material, I'm like I can't be restrained by my guitar. I gotta like
Fuck yeah.
I gotta set the vibe. You know, I gotta go nuts.
Going. Yo, get
I gotta.
You guys
gotta
should get
go
some masks
crazy.
going as well.
Yeah. So we're actually gonna add 5 other members, and two of them are percussionists. We got a turntablist and keg
One
slayer.
is the trash can.
No one's ever done it before. It's gonna be tight.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right, we're going to wrap it up. Follow us on the socials at Record Royale. I'm not even going to mention the Facebook group, but we have one if you want to join it. You can be in there. We just don't post on it.
Dead.
If you haven't already,
Dead.
for fuck's sake, go check out Hard Attack Man's music. We absolutely love them, and we're so stoked you came on the show. Eric, thank you so much, dude.
Yeah,
Thanks,
thank you so
mate.
much for having me.
All good. All right.
Wait,
farewell.
what time? What time is it there?
It is
It's
11:53 a.m.
Yeah, almost midday.
Okay, well, so have a good rest of your day.
Yeah. And have a great sleep, I'm assuming.
Yeah, have a great slumber.
Thank you.
Wake up
Thank you.
refreshed for a big day tomorrow. All right, see you all later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.